Alright guys, PGT on calibrated, set at Bravo 7, counterclockwise 1.
And Chris, those are good settings, Bravo 7, counterclockwise 1. Before we start with the bolts, just looking to confirm that you have an adjustable to the H fixture back to the middle stanchion.
Going in right now.
Copy.
Tighten marginally. A little bit of gear.
The International Space Station is currently flying 270 statute miles off the coast of Argentina. We are currently still in a loss of signal, but we should have communications come back shortly.
My trash bag on the inside, I'm just going to put it to the outside.
Okay, I copy. The last warning I had for you today was on the stored energy in the mounting plate and the fact that it can potentially pop off with a vector towards your EMU.
Okay, copy. All right. I am see a little better. One turn complete on bolt 1.
I heard 2 turns on bolt 1. Copy.
One turn complete on bolt 1.
1 turn.
Here comes bolt 2. Bravo 7 counterclockwise 1.
Affirm.
One turn complete on bolt 2.
1 turn on bolt 2. Copy.
Here comes bolt 3.
Chris Cassidy is currently untightening the 4 bolts.
Copy. 1 turn bolt 3. There's your hour mark, 1 hour. We're working towards a 6:40 PET, 15 minutes ahead, limited by MEDOX on Chris.
Copy. Copy. One turn, bolt 4.
Copy. 1 on bolt 4.
Hey Josh, I think I'm going back to bolt 1, but let's confirm with you.
We may as well go to 1. Order is actually your discretion here, but what we are looking to do is all 4 bolts again, this time turning to a max turn count of 12, so no, up to 11 turns on bolts 1 through 4.
You got 11 turns. Maximum total turns is 12.
Good read back. Handing over in 20 seconds.
Cassidy has made his way to the mass canister where the 1A H fixture is located. He has in tow his ORU or his tool bag. which contains the tools that will be necessary for the removal. He is currently using his PGT, or pistol grip tool, to untighten and remove all 4 boats.
Completely released. I did 11 turns, and I can see it popped out on its spring. Driving bolt 2, 7 turns for 11.
Copy.
I've retrieved the outboard gap spanner. It is back in the coolant bag.
Copy, Bob, on the outboard gap spanner.
Bolt 2 completed 11 turns. It is popped out on its spring. Both bolts 1 and 2, very smooth, low running torque the whole drive.
Okay, we
Bolt 3 is out. I stopped at 9.5 turns. I could see the bolt was out on its spring. I can drag those last 1.5, but like, or just leave it at that.
concur. We copy 9.5. Just leave it there, and we'll move on to bolt 4.
Can work.
As you just heard, Chris Cassidy now has 3 of the 4 boats out.
Up again at 9.5. Bolt 4 is released on its spring.
Copy 9.5 on 4. And so that, Chris, will be trying for the H fixture itself, and we recommend using the combo wrench first.
Verify the adjustable's still there. RP and going into the thing.
Copy, Chris, on attempt 1. We'll just pause for 30 seconds.
$119 to go. Yep.
We concur, and we think
Retrieve the second gap spanner page.
Copy, Bob. Chris, 30 seconds is up. If you want to try again. Obviously, we're going to defer to you here on what you think you want to do going forward, but it looks like you want to try the wrench again.
Yep, I gave it an impulse that time.
The
tool formerly known as pliers, I guess. It was pliers, it was pliers. It's a plier, I guess. Obviously.
If you recall, this is the second attempt at removing the H fixture. EVA 66 was the first attempt, which
Okay, both gap chains are back to the Kulak bag. I'll start.
And I think we'll want to, any words you have right now while they're fresh for Bob and for us would be appreciated on what did it.
A little action on the ball. I don't know if it went all the way up, but I felt a little bit of action on the ball. And then I put the wrench in to complete the maneuver. You think you got both of them released with the pliers, or just one of them? Anyway.
And we copy all, Chris. I think the way the timeline's shaping up here is we'll clean up your present work site and then just end up repacking the ORU bag and take.
You just saw the completion, a success for Chris Cassidy now that he's removed the 1H fixture.
Yeah, that was a pretty slick use of available tools on the space station. Nice work, you guys.
Copy, thanks. Fingers crossed for the one to go.
The 3BH fixture on the starboard side of the S6 truss. Once he's finished cleanup, once he has finished removal of once he has finished the cleanup for his work site, he will then move to the 3BH fixture on the S6 truss.
Just check out the scoops. Cool.
Be ready to inventory that bag when you are, and I see you cleaning up the bag. If you get ahead of us, a reminder that we want some GoPro or camera to leave your work site.
Okay, you bet.
Okay, so Bob, whenever you're ready, we'll inventory next.
Okay, Josh, on the outside of the bag, there is a large, small, and a small adjustable tether.
Copy, Bob.
Inside the bag is a lot of stuff. There is a ret with a pit pin, hex driver, and a
Copy.
integral long wire tie attached to it.
Copy.
There is a ratchet wheel with two rets in series. On an integral ret.
Copy.
With a single on integral ret. A scoop, an integral ret with a scoop and a
Copy. Actually, one of the gap spanner chains appears to be on a ret. I don't know if I reported that as integral or not with the considering here. And Bob, we're still having a look here. Just give me 2 more seconds. And so, Bob, it sounds like
each of the adjustables, I believe, is on a. How many adjustables do you think you have? To be.
and in total, we're looking for 3 internal adjustable equipment tethers. if it helps. One, in my mind, one would have a scoop, one would have a scoop and a gap spanner, and one is blank. I think that's what I heard from you.
I've got the one with a scoop and blank. I've got one with a scoop. Okay.
Video survey complete. Picking up the rebag and heading out.
Copy that, Chris. And just as you move there, Chris, it's really going to be your guys' call on this, who goes up the 3 Bravo BGA for that H fixture. We still need to get the crew log bag bundled to an APFR. So if it's easier, Chris, you guys want to do it, you can go ahead and do that. Just heads up on the safety tethers, because they'll probably end up crossing if you swap roles.
I think Bob should get to use the tools that he built.
I don't have any pride though, Chris. If you're ready to go, either do it or take pictures or something, whatever you think.
You guys could also trade bags, so lots of options. We'll leave it to you.
All right. It was kind of fun, Bob. We should do it.
Okay. It was fun to inventory this bag. You should have inventoried this bag.
I should do it, huh?
You should do it. Definitely, you should do it. Obviously.
Obviously.
Now with completed cleanup, Bob.
I'll move it over while you're...
I'll just bring it down if that's...
Oh, okay.
Makes sense. Like one hook away from having it free, so yeah, I'll just bring it. Okay. I have the red on it, and I'm going to bring it down. Sounds like the thing to do is go straight to the flyer.
Well, I think so.
We concur.
I think so. The first hour of PET went by quickly. I guess we had about 10 minutes of display anomaly.
Yeah.
You getting out there? I guess around this corner where I am. Maybe I'm in your way.
Yeah, we'll have to manage the...
It appears that both crew members have made it to the work site.
And it's on the same adjustable as the combo wrench.
Okay.
So I might just move combo wrench and the plier,
Okay.
into one assembly. I think that'd be easier for you.
We copy, no concern.
So,
The crew out bag is bundled onto the PFR. The ingress aid was stowed. It was stowed on the previous EVA.
Copy, thanks.
so that's two adjustables, the plier and the wrench.
Okay.
And this wrench go into the bag, so. Okay, I see you rated, and I will release the bag wrench. You've got it.
Okay, I've got those tools.
And then I think you need a trash bag.
I've got a trash bag.
Oh, that's right. And yeah, I'm on the non-radiator side, yep.
You are now getting a helmet view from Bob Bankin. Once they finish prepping the work site, the two will work on removing the 3B.
body position did you use?
Kind of 90 degrees, like wrapped around my belly, wrapped around the canister. For the range.
Should have given you the still camera.
Oh yeah.
There's the GoPro right by your left hand.
Okay.
Bob, we see you arrived at the work site. You'll want to tether that H fixture to a handrail and then prep the small trash bag.
The H fixture is tethered to the handrail.
Copy, Bob.
Put on the trash bag.
Roger.
We agree. No rush to go anywhere.
The trash bag is prepped.
Copy, Bob.
It appears that it's still taking pictures.
Yeah, I agree.
We copy. Bob, Bravo 7, counterclockwise 1.
Copy. Bravo 7, counter 1.
Now at the 3BH fixture, Bob Benkin will go through the same procedures as Chris Cassidy, untightening 4 bolts with the PGT and using the combo wrench and pliers to pry the fixture away from the GSE pad.
Broke on the top left bolt. Full 1 to 2. Sorry, Josh. You want a full 1 to 2 turns on each of these, or just the brake that's work?
And Bob, as long as the torque's broken, you're fine at a quarter, so we're good to keep going.
Top right is broken. All 4 bolts. Torque is broken. Approximately 1.
Okay, we copy a quarter on all and all 4 broken. We'll move on to the normal bolt turning. So now we're going through all 4 bolts again.
Top left bolt.
Roger.
For you, Chris, these came off at about 8 or 9.
1 plus 9, 9.
And over in 20 seconds.
8 turns. We got this one.
Copy 8 turns.
Top left is out at 8 turns. Moving to the top right.
We are currently in a handover as our tracking satellites move between one another. We are going to be we're going to view us
on the upper right bolt.
Top right bolt released at 9 turns. I think it came out a little bit before then, but you're pushing on the tools. You don't feel it, but 9 turns on the top right bolt.
Copy 9.
Into the bottom left.
Roger.
feel that, but I could feel it was with my trying to maintain and
we copy. As Bob sews the PGT and preps the tools, the pliers, I guess, and Chris, we need a copy.
away. You know what I mean?
yeah. There's that on again.
Yeah.
Is there a MOI covering your?
Yeah, on one side.
Yeah.
With all bolts removed, Bob Lincoln, it's now trying to pry the fixture away.
And Bob, same words that Chris and I were talking about. If it helps, it is deceiving to me how far in the pliers have to go. And in the WVS, it looks as though the top plier, it's free now, but where you had it, there's still room for it to go in.
Yeah.
That top one looks pretty good to us now, Bob.
I think I got them both in at the same distance. It does take some oomph.
Yeah, it does.
A little bit slippery on that MOI as well. It's free.
All right.
Nice.
Good job with the tools, guys.
Same thing here, Bob. We'll be taking the H fixture back to the bag with all your...
Remove 1A and 3B H fixtures at their respective work sites.
I'll get you some good pictures.
Okay.
Right, and then
Get that organized.
yeah. And then if you were gonna, I think we had talked about dropping a PGT there. So that there's something to do. Might as well do that now, or you could just take it to the airlock, I guess.
Far for Bob, that's all good too.
Okay. I like the idea of the PGT just going in this bag. Medium or U bag. That's what you're...
You drop the PGT off, we show you collecting the IEA, APFR, and crew lock bag and taking it back to the airlock.
I concur.
Copy. And the one...
Pictures.
Copy.
All right, Josh, I'm giving up
In terms of equipment, Chris, one reminder we had for you was the MUT end effector. We think you have the GoPro still on you, but that the MUT was left back, so we'll want to take that with us when you pass it. Copy, pry bar in the bag.
Don't quite close it up because,
Yeah, just gonna close one thing. Unless you want me to leave it totally open.
That you're packing, we will look to inventory that when it's convenient for you.
copy.
With the H fixture,
Making my way back down.
Copy, Bob.
Bob, your GoPro is right next to the bag, and I did turn it off for that. And the factor and adjustable, that was all the GoPro assembly. And I have, I think I tagged up with you, but I've given up a adjustable and a from my PGT and my PG.
Chris.
Moving it.
We copy. And for Chris and Bob, there's the 2-hour mark. 2 hours. We're approximately 15 minutes ahead on timeline.
7:05.
Affirmative. And with that timeline discussion, Chris, if you concur, we think you definitely have the time here to make your way out to the ESP2 with.
You keep not getting to do.
we are currently 2 hours.
We'll need a glove, hop, and gauntlet, but your discretion either before or after the inventory.
Okay. And no change on my left glove.
Copy, Bob.
Just looked back towards structure, and there's this big bright red light, and I was thinking, what the heck is that? I realized
We are currently 2 hours and 1 minute into the spacewalk. The International Space Station is currently flying 260 statute miles above the North Pacific Ocean. Cheshire.
an adjustable that I had previously retrieved from my fairly
Copy, Bob.
Thank you, Shaniqua. And we're coming up, actually, we just passed the 2-hour mark in today's spacewalk. The astronauts set their suits to internal battery power this morning at 6:12 a.m. Central, 7:12 a.m. The Ritz. That's the robotics tool storage, a protective unit outside the station, providing thermal and physical protection for tools. They routed the associated cables for the Ritz, and it is now powered on and working well. Prior to launch. After a little difficulty on the July 1st spacewalk with removing these H fixtures, we saw success today with the astronauts using a wrench and some pliers to remove those. The work site for the previous 3 spacewalks.
Copy, Chris.
Following this cleanup, they will head back to the airlock where they will conduct a safety tether reset in preparation for their next task. That next task following preparation of that work site, the duo will then begin cable routing. Following cable routing and a lens filter
Hey, Josh. In the BMORU bag, I have a second adjustable tether to an H fixture. I've got a wrench to an adjustable
with a combo wrench on it. The trash bag. And a wrench. There's an additional wrench with a hammer and a PRS pin tool and its associated sheath.
Bob, just to make sure, the 2 pliers on the adjustable, is that on a ret as well going into the bag? That adjustable.
Into the adjustable with the combo wrench.
Copy. And Bob, that's a good internal
How many hours worth of oxygen do astronauts have in their suits before they need to head back inside? A spacewalk can typically last anywhere from 6 to 8.5 hours. That carbon dioxide removal system allows for that longer spacewalk. So as some astronauts consume
Feel.
with 6 APFR, but before we leave the IEA for the last time, we want to verify the PVR pit pin in place.
Okay. The external portions of this bag
have all the adjustables we came out with. Can you confirm how many you have on your person before we head in?
I have one on my wrist and one on my mini workstation.
Copy.
Clocked at 6.
To make sure on the adjustable. So the two fair leads you took out at the start of the day, we're tracking that one went to a bag and then ended up being used for a H fixture. Do you have the second one on you? Do you know?
The second one was
Bob, sorry, we're just doing a last-minute check. Stand by. And Chris, when you're able, we just wanted to ask you how many total adjustables you have on your person, and then that's affirmative on your mini workstation or your BRT.
0.
Copy 0.
Papa, box 6, the pitch. So I'm going to just go ahead and move to check the radiator fit pin, and then come back to the bag, and then clear out of here all at once.
Copy, Bob. And it turns out we noticed the PVR fit pin in your WVS, so no need to head back over to it, and we're good for you to start translating. But to be clear, the consensus here is we'll get moving, we'll find it later.
I'm going to pick up my green hook.
Copy, Bob. Removed back to the airlock, and then once that's all done, we'll sync up for the tether work.
Okay, copy. And my green hook is closed and locked onto my red reel.
Copy, Bob. Good config. Have specific settings required. We just need you to tell us how you leave it. Low profile is the best.
This is the sticky one.
Asks, at what temperature does the sun hit your suits at the closest point to the sun, as opposed to the furthest point away before darkness? As you can see, it's currently dark outside the International Space Station because we are in an orbital nighttime. Positive outside. The astronauts have a special cooling garment underneath their suits, and they can constantly control the temperature to ensure they are either cool or warm whenever they are in or out of the sunlight.
I think that's installed.
Copy, Chris. We concur. Good install.
Is
Copy.
firm block. Open the thermal cover.
You're good for that. We see opening the thermal cover.
My waste tether is closed and locked. The airlock D-ring extender.
Copy,
the
waste.
Crew hook side is closed and locked on my
Hey, Josh, I've got the 4U bag bundled to the APFR, and it's the APFR is tethered to my BRT. I'm going to outside of this lock bag and restock my BRT.
Copy that, Chris. And so, big picture, gents, Bob, we show you headed to the APFR to install that, or CETA card rather, to make the install. With 5, again here, we don't have any particular settings. We just want it low profile, and we'll look to hear those settings from you.
I'll let you know when we're ready.
From NASA astronaut Bob Behnken's helmet camera, this view right here, you can see he's holding the APF CETA card. CETA stands for Crew and Equipment Translation Aid.
Roger that. I am here to the load path manner to the airlock Uranus Center.
The spacewalkers themselves. You might have noticed the crew members using GoPros throughout the spacewalk, and this question from Burton wonders what they are used for. NASA astronaut Chris Cassidy on Facebook and Twitter.
Hey, Josh, I've got the still camera.
Copy, Chris. And so, Chris, like you're doing there, we see as many pictures as you can grab. And the first bullet that the team here was interested in, copy that. The second question was looking for your thoughts on how or if it would be possible to tie the pip pin in place so that it couldn't come out. And options here were to secure the pip pin itself,
trying to make sure I picture correctly. The hatch closed, hatch closed. And Josh, I'm clear to continue all the way to the.
This view from Chris Cassidy's helmet camera shows the astronaut is at the airlock of the International Space pin. Meanwhile, Benkin is on his way to the CETA cart, the crew equipment translation aid, to install an APFR. That's an articulating portable foot